people. I am She Dejanay. Welcome back to my channel. And this is another episode of the Chronicles, a diary of a plus-size pole dancer. To be clear, pole dance student, not a professional, and also not a teacher. So take that as you will. Keep that in mind as we have this discussion. Today I am sharing with you 5 tips for you as you embark into your first pole dance class. Now these are not in any particular order. I do have some notes down here, so if you see me doing this number, that's because I'm reading my notes. Also, I don't have my glasses on, so yay. But we're not gonna drag this out. But before we get started, if you have not yet, go ahead and subscribe, like. Please feel free to comment on anything that you have questions about or suggestions for throughout the video, and we will keep this ball rolling. Let's get right into it. Alrighty, so number 1 on our list of 5 things, ways to prepare for your first pole class: sign up. Not just sign up, but make sure you're signing up for the correct class. Now, pole is a sport, and it's also in levels. Now, a lot of pole studios have different ways of assigning these levels, but for you, if you've never been to a pole class before, the one you're looking for is going to be beginner, or it's going to say intro to pole. Find whatever version of that is on there for you to sign up for your first class. Now, you cannot just sign up for any class up there. Sometimes it'll say things along the lines of pole practice or pole play. That is not a class. And please make sure you're reading the descriptions of these classes. Some of the stuff, it throws you into the deep end, which really you wouldn't be thrown into the deep end. It's for the people who are advanced. So make sure that you're signing up for the right one, and make sure that you're going to the correct one at the correct time, because most of these places run different classes at the same time, and you don't want to get thrown into a spot where you can't participate because you paid your money. And for our second tip for ways to prepare for your very first pole class, you got to figure out what you're going to wear. Now, you're going to need a pair of these. I'm kidding. Don't click off. I am kidding. You do not need a pair of those. This is your first class. Baby, you are going to probably most likely be barefoot or in a pair of socks. Now, what you will want to make sure you do, make sure you take a pair of shorts. You probably actually are going to want to wear them there, and maybe wear a long pants on top. A lot of places do start off with like a warm-up. So if you have some sort of athletic wear that you like to wear that includes shorts as a part of that ensemble, feel free to do that. But to make things super duper simple, shorts, t-shirt. You're gonna want your shorts above the knee because you're gonna need to access the skin on your body. T-shirt, I advise a short sleeve or shorter, tank top, sports bra, whatever you're the most comfortable with. You do not have to be half naked, but you will need to show a little bit of skin, just because skin contact helps with doing certain things on the pole. If you look at your pole studio's website, they'll often have a little blurb about what they would like for you to wear for certain classes. Some classes have less advanced things that don't require as much skin contact, but a lot of classes, they do want you to wear at least a pair of short pants, t-shirt, so that that skin on your arms and legs is available to help you out. But yeah, no, you won't need a pair of these until you're well into things. And also, like, if you're like me, I hadn't walked in heels in years before starting pole. So don't worry nothing about that. You're not there yet. And by all means, take your time getting there. You don't want to break your ankles. I like keeping mine. Number 3 on the list of things that will help you prepare for your first pole class, we got to talk about hygiene. Make sure you address your hygiene before going to class. Now, am I saying you need to take a full out shower / bath before you go? I'm not saying that, unless you have not bathed in quite some time. And the only reason I'm saying that is because this is a physical sport. You are going to get to sweating. You are going to emit some sort of odor if you have not bathed recently. Also, you're going to be in close contact and quarters with other people. They will smell you. And if you are sensitive about scents and things about like that, be aware of your hygiene. Address those things before you go. Also, you want to make sure that you are not wearing any sort of super duper slippery oil or lotion, hands, or on your skin. Because as you get to moving around, those things are going to cause issues for you with the pole and how you're able to grip it. You'll be slipping and sliding all over the place, and you don't want that. So make sure you're free of any super slippery oils. If you do decide to shower before you go, I would advise not lotioning up right before class. If you lotion up before class, you're going to be fighting that lotion for the rest of class, and it's mostly just annoying and inconvenient to have to deal with while you're in the middle of everything. But yeah, hygiene is important. Make sure you are addressing that before you make your way into the establishment. You will thank yourself, and the others will thank you as well. Number 4, for things that'll help you prepare for your very first pole class, please make sure you are scoping the scenery out. Now you're gonna say, "She, exactly what do you mean by that?" It is exactly what it sounds like. I have been to multiple pole studios, about 5, and 4 out of 5 of them were very hard to find, or just not right in the public eye where you could look at it and say, "Oh, that's where I'm supposed to be." 4 out of 5, difficult to find. So for scoping the scenery out, I recommend looking for that place before you have your first class, or at least making sure you're arriving about 15 minutes early so you can make sure you're where you're supposed to be. I've been to pole studios where the front door is not the door. I have been to studios where it is in a large building with several other businesses, and it was all the way at the back, and I never would have found it. I've been to a studio where you had to walk through one part of a business to get to the back, and that's where the studio was. So yeah, make sure that you're scoping the scenery out, because the last thing you want to do is be lost on your day of class and be late, because some of them will lock the door and then you don't get to participate. And then depending on what their reimbursement or policy is as far as those sort of things, you don't get your money back. And nobody wants that. Now, also, as far as once you finally get there, you may find the place. You may be in the right spot. You may not be in the right room. A lot of studios have more than one thing going on. So while you may be there for a pole class, there are people in there for Lyra or for silks or for hammock class, or they might have aerobics that they do from time to time. You want to make sure you're going to the right spot. So while you may get there 15 minutes early, find your place. You think you got time on your hands, you might get inside and realize you don't know where you're supposed to be. So scope the scenery out. That'll help you out a lot, and it will keep you from being, 1, anxious on the day of, and 2, possibly wasting your money because you don't get to participate if you get locked out because you were late. So govern yourselves accordingly. And number 5, our final tip for ways to prepare for your very first pole class. Now, before we get into number 5, if you are still here, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. You're still here, so you either found this entertaining or valuable information. Go ahead and subscribe to your girl. We're going to continue this series for a good long time, and I would love for you to follow along with me as it goes. But let's go ahead and get into the very, very, very last tip for today. Number 5, just jump in. Just jump in. You are not going to know everything because this is your first class, yes? Don't let that make you anxious and stop you from going. You are going to meet people along your pole journey that are at varying levels. Some people are long-term beginners. Some people, they got the muscle strength and the know-how, and they jump right in and they fly through this stuff. But don't worry about that, because the main thing for you is you just want to get started. Don't worry about having the upper body strength or whether or not you've got rhythm or what your body currently looks like. I know some of you are out there, you're not at your perfect figure that you're wanting to get to. Do not let that stop you from starting your pole class. As I said before in my last video, when I took my very first pole class, I was about 330 pounds. No rhythm, because I wouldn't dance in public because I was self-conscious. And even if I had upper body strength, I didn't have 330 pounds worth of upper body strength. So don't let any of that stop you from jumping in, having fun. And even if you don't have fun, you had the experience, yes? Yes, you had the experience. And that'll be something that you have under your belt that you'll be able to tell people for the rest of your life. But that was all I got, y'all. I gave y'all 5 tips, things to help you prepare for your very first pole class. I am She Dejanay. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you liked most, which tip you found to be the most helpful for you. And I will see y'all in the next video. Now, before y'all go, I promised y'all a video of one of the freestyles I did a while back. If you have little children eyes, I probably wouldn't. Honestly. But if you're fine, it's just you're grown and you don't mind seeing a butt cheek or two, just stay tuned. It'll be showing up in 3, 2, 1.